Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the multiple choice question and answer from the subject transmission lines and waveguides. So it's a 2013 regulation paper as well as the transmission lines and RF system. It's a 2017 regulation. Okay. So the first unit, it's a transmission line theory. So under this unit, we are going to see the topic is primary and secondary constants. Okay. So already in our channel, so there are so many MCQ videos are available for the subject signals and system for both 2013 and 2008 and 2017 regulation, as well as the principles of DSP or discrete time signal processing MCQ videos are available, and electronic circuits too for both 2013 regulation and 17 regulation is also available. If you want to use that, I will give link in the description box or otherwise in my channel. So in the playlist, I created the separate thing for signals and system MCQ, principles of DSP MCQ, and electronic circuits to MCQ, antenna and microwave MCQ, and so on. You can see. Okay, so we'll see the thing. First question, you see the transmission line is a dash parameter network, lumped, distributed, active, none of the mention. Transmission line is a distributed parameter network. So it's a very important question. Transmission line, it is a distributed parameter network. Okay, next one. For transverse electromagnetic wave propagation, we need a minimum of one conductor, two conductors, three conductor, bunch of conductor. So in order to transfer the electromagnetic wave propagation, we need at least two conductor. Okay, minimum of two conductor is needed. In between the two conductor, the waves are propagating. The next thing, the key difference between circuit theory and transmission line theory is circuit element, voltage, current, electrical size. The electrical size. So the difference between the circuit theory and transmission line theory is that it's a electrical size. Okay. So in the thing, we are calling it as a that is a circuit length, but here in transmission line, we are making wavelength. Okay. Then the next one, to model a transmission line, okay, to model a transmission line of infinitesimal length, the lumped element that is not used is dash. Okay, so already you know the electrical equivalent diagram of the transmission line for a length of del Z. Okay, so the electrical equivalent diagram. So you see, this is the electrical equivalent diagram of transmission line of certain length del Z. So that transmission line, it behaves, it is internally having some resistance effect, inductance effect, capacitance effect, and conductance effect. So these elements are mentioned as a diagram. It's the electrical equivalent diagram. So in that, so in the given four choices, so which one is not available in the electrical equivalent diagram? That is the question. Resistor, inductor, capacitor, transistor. So the transistor element is not used to mention the electrical equivalent diagram of transmission line. So the remaining three, resistor, inductor, capacitor, is appearing in a transmission line. Okay, then the next one, dash and dash contribute to the impedance of transmission line in the lumped element representation. So in the impedance of transmission line. Okay, so you see in the electrical equivalent diagram, this series arm, in series arm, there is a resistor and inductor is available. So the combination of this resistor and inductor, we are mentioning it as a series impedance Z. So the impedance Z is equal to R plus J omega L. Okay. So for series, in order to mention the series impedance, what are the elements needed? Resistor and inductor. So here you see dash and dash contribute to the impedance of transmission line in the lumped element representation. Resistor and inductor. Okay, since the Z can be represented as R plus J omega L. Okay, so this Z is called as series impedance. Then the next one, the dash and dash contribute to the admittance of transmission line in the lumped element representation. That is, the lumped element representation means this electrical equivalent diagram. So in the electrical equivalent diagram, you see in shunt, the two element, the conductance G and the capacitance C connected in parallel. So the parallel combination of these two things, it is indicated by the shunt admittance Y. So Y is equal to G plus J omega C. This is the shunt admittance. So the admittance of transmission line consists of the two element. One is conductance, another one is capacitor C. Okay, so A is the answer. So in series impedance, what are the elements available? Resistor and inductor. In shunt, capacitor and conductance is available. Then the next one, what are the primary constants of transmission line? So in the electrical equivalent diagram, so there are four elements are there. Okay, so you know what are the four elements appearing in the electrical equivalent diagram? Resistor, inductor, capacitor and conductance. So these four elements are called as a primary constants of transmission line. So the primary constants are resistance, inductance, capacitance and conductance. These four are the primary constants of transmission line. Then the next one, what are the secondary constants of transmission line? So the secondary constants are, the four things is that one is the characteristics impedance Z0. So what is the formula for Z0? Means Z0 is equal to square root of Z by Y, where Z is a series impedance of transmission line, Y is the shunt admittance. Okay. Then the secondary constant, it's a propagation constant eta. So the propagation constant, it is a complex quantity. It is represented by alpha plus j beta, where alpha is a attenuation constant. This beta is a phase constant. So this propagation constant formula is that square root of Z into Y. So characteristics impedance, propagation constant, alpha, beta. These are all the secondary constants of transmission line. Okay, so using this, we are going to see the multiple choice question. So you see, which of the following parameter is not a primary parameter? Resistance, attenuation constant, capacitance, conductance. So you know, resistance is a primary, capacitance is a primary, conductance is a primary. This attenuation constant is not a primary parameter. Okay. Then similarly, the network in which RLC parameters are individually concentrated or lumped at a discrete point in the circuit, it is called as dash. Okay. In one network, if the resistance, inductance, capacitance parameter, we can separate, means that network we are calling it as a lumped network. Okay, in lumped network. But in transmission line, in the electrical equivalent of transmission line, so the effect is indicated by some RLGC. But that resistor, inductor, capacitor and conductance, we can't separate. So the transmission line is a distributed network. Okay. If in one network, the resistor, inductor, capacitor parameters can be separate, means that is called as a lumped network. Then the next thing, the lines having RLC distributed along the circuit are called distributed network. Here line means transmission line. So in transmission line, the resistance, inductance, capacitance distributed along the circuit, it is called as a distributed network. Then the next one, which primary parameter is uniformly distributed along the length of the conductor? So primary parameter, you know, RLGC, resistance, inductance, conductance and capacitance. In that, which parameter is uniformly distributed along the length of the conductor? Resistance. So the resistance is a primary parameter that is uniformly distributed along the length of the conductor. Okay, so already you know the resistance, it is depends on the cross-sectional area and the length of the conductor. Okay, so R value, you know, the resistance R is directly proportional to the length of the conductor and indirectly proportional to the area of cross-section of the conductor. Okay, so resistance, this resistance value is uniformly distributed along the conductor. Okay, then the next one, the primary parameter that is associated with the, which primary parameter that is associated with magnetic flux linkage is inductor. Okay, So in a transmission line, you know, it's a conductor. If in conductor it carries some current, means automatically the conductor will be surrounded by the magnetic flux. Okay, so that's why there is a inductance effect is produced in that particular conductor, so which is indicated by L. Okay, so which a primary parameter that is associated with the magnetic flux linkage means it's a inductance L. Then the next one, the primary parameter that is associated with electric charges is capacitance. Okay, which primary parameter is associated with electric charges means the capacitor. While constructing the transmission line, two conductors are separated by dielectric. So this concept, it will behave as a capacitor. Then the next one, the leakage current in the transmission line is referred to as dash conductance. So there is always some leakage current is there in the transmission line, which is referred to as conductance G. Okay, conductance G. So these four things are the primary constants of transmission line. Okay, then the next one we are going to see about the secondary constants. So the first secondary constant, it's a characteristics impedance. So the characteristics impedance of a transmission line is dash. Okay, what is mean by characteristics impedance? Characteristics impedance, it is defined as the impedance of a particular transmission line which is constant when measured at any point on the line. It is a characteristics impedance. Okay, so characteristics impedance of a transmission line is impedance which is constant at any point on the transmission line. So B is the answer. Characteristics impedance of transmission line is nothing but it's the impedance which is a constant at any point on the transmission line. Then the next one, the characteristics impedance of a transmission line is given by dash. So the formula for here, the three formula is given. Z not equal to square root of Z by Y, Z not equal to Y by Z, Z not equal to Z into Y. So which one is correct? So already we discussed the characteristics impedance formula is that Z not equal to square root of Z by Y, where Z is the series impedance, Y is the shunt admittance. Okay. Then the next thing, the characteristics impedance of a transmission line with impedance and admittance of 16 and 9 respectively is dash. So this is a 2-mark problem. So for one transmission line, impedance is given as 16. Admittance Y is given as 9. Then what is the characteristics impedance? Okay, so you know the characteristics impedance formula is that square root of Z by Y. What is Z? 16. What is the value of Y given? 9. So square root of 16 divided by 9. So the 16 divided by 9. So the answer is 1.33 ohms. So here the answer is a 1.33 ohms is the characteristics impedance. So similarly, so there may be a possibility of giving any value of impedance and admittance. Sometimes the impedance and admittance can be given in complex quantity also. Okay, so you can do that division. Okay, using calculator, you find out the answer. Then the next one, the propagation constant of transmission line is given by dash. So what is the notation for propagation constant? Eta. So the propagation constant formula is that propagation constant equal to square root of Z into Y. Okay. Characteristics impedance is nothing but square root of Z by Y. But a propagation constant is the product of square root of product of Z into Y. So similarly, there is a problem corresponding to the previous question. The propagation constant of transmission line with impedance and admittance is 9 and 16 respectively is dash. Okay. So what is the formula for the propagation constant? It's a square root of multiplication of Z into Y. So square root of 16 into 9. Okay. You just calculate. So the answer is 12. So 12 is the correct answer. So this is also one of the problem. Okay, so in transmission line, there is a many possibility of asking this type of problems. Okay, in either 1-mark question as well as 2-mark question also. So using the simple formula, you just remember that formulas and you just substitute and find out the answer. Okay, then the next thing, the propagation constant eta is a real value, none of the mention, imaginary value, complex value. So the propagation constant eta, it is a complex value. Okay, that is, it's a vector quantity. The propagation constant eta, it can be expanded as alpha plus j beta, where alpha is a real part, j beta, beta is a imaginary part. So already you know what is the name of alpha. Alpha is a attenuation constant, beta is a phase constant. So always the propagation constant, it's a complex value. It's a complex quantity. Then the next one, the attenuation constant alpha signifies, okay, what it tells, real part of propagation constant, loss that the transmission line causes, none of the mention, all of the mention. Okay, sorry, the C, you just strike out it. Attenuation constant, you see, what does it mean by attenuation constant? Alpha, alpha, it is a real part of propagation constant. It's a correct. Then next one, this attenuation constant, it mentions that is the rate at which the wave gets attenuated in a transmission line. So last that the transmission line causes. Yes. Okay. So both this A and B is the answer. Okay. Then the next one, the propagation constant eta is given by which one? Alpha plus j beta, alpha minus j beta, alpha by j beta, alpha into j beta. So already you know the propagation constant is alpha plus j beta. Alpha is a attenuation constant, beta is a phase constant. Okay, so you know propagation constant is a complex value. Then the next thing, the value of alpha for a lossless line is dash. First, you should know what is mean by lossless line. So lossless, the name itself answer is there, lossless. So there is no loss in the transmission line, means that transmission line is called as lossless transmission line. So for a lossless transmission line, what about the attenuation? Attenuation, what does it mean by attenuation? The rate at which the signal gets attenuated, it is called attenuation constant. So if the line is lossless line, means what is the attenuation factor? It is 0. Okay, there is no attenuation. The 100% wave is transmitted from transmitter to receiver. So alpha for lossless line is 0. Okay, then next question, if the propagation constant is 12 with 60 degree, then the value of phase constant and attenuation constant is dash. Okay, so here what is the data given? Eta is given, propagation constant is given. We have to find beta and alpha. So already you know what is propagation constant. Propagation constant is equal to alpha plus j beta. Okay, so you just represent this propagation constant in polar form. Okay, 12 with angle 60, it is a polar form. You just convert this polar form into rectangle form using calci, and the real part is said to be attenuation constant, the imaginary part is said to be the phase constant. Okay, so already you know the procedure in order to convert the polar into rectangle. Okay, so if you are converting this 12 with the 60 degree polar into rectangle, okay, we will get the answer. The real part is 6. Okay, the real part is 6 and imaginary part is 10 plus 10.39. So 6 plus j 10.39. So alpha is 6 and beta is 10.39. The next one, if a transmission line with inductive reactance is 41.97 ohms and capacitive reactance is 1132.5 ohm, is operated at 1 gigahertz, then its phase constant is dash. Okay, so here inductive reactance XL is given. Okay, inductive reactance means the reactance of inductor XL is given, it is a 41.97. Similarly, the capacitive reactance XC is given. Okay, and operating frequency is 1 gigahertz. Then what is the question means? Phase constant. Phase constant means beta we have to find out. Okay, so you know the formula for beta in terms of L and C. Okay, what is the propagation constant beta formula? The beta equal to omega into square root of L into C. Okay. So in order to find out the propagation constant, so omega means it is expanded as 2 pi f. Okay. So f is given 1 giga. Giga means 10 to the power 9. Okay. Then in order to calculate beta, we have that is we have to find out L and C. But here L and C is not given. XL and XC is given. So what is mean by XL? 2 pi FL. 2 pi FL value is 41.97. From that you just calculate L. Okay. Similarly, XC 1 by 2 pi FC equal to 1132. From that you just calculate C. Okay. So after calculating L and C, you just substitute in this beta formula. Okay, beta equal to omega into square root of LC. We will get the answer is beta equal to 0.0305. Okay, so it's a somewhat lengthy problem. Okay, you just remember. So instead of the inductive reactance, directly L and C is given, means it is easy to calculate beta equal to omega into root LC. You just substitute and calculate. Okay, then the next one, the expression for phase velocity of transmission line is dash. Okay, the phase velocity of transmission line is 1 divided by square root of LC. Okay, so here the four choices given. The phase velocity is nothing but 1 divided by square root of LC. It's a phase velocity. Then the next one, if the admittance and the impedance of transmission line is 150. So this 100 is admittance Y. This 50 is impedance Z. Then what about the value of phase constant beta? So Z given, Y given. So the question is that phase constant. So similar to this question, if Z, Y given, we may calculate a characteristics impedance, propagation constant, but here the question is phase constant. Okay, so just you see, so first we have to calculate, in order to calculate the phase constant, so already you know the phase constant is related with propagation constant. So first you calculate the propagation constant. What is the formula for propagation constant? It's a square root of Z into Y. So square root of 100 into 50. So the answer is 70.7. So you know that propagation constant, it's a complex quantity. It is represented as alpha plus j beta. So you see the answer for propagation constant, it consists of only real part. There is no imaginary part. Okay, so real part means what is this 70.7? It's a attenuation constant. So there is no imaginary part. So that's why the phase constant beta equal to 0. Okay, so if impedance admittance value both are real means, okay, you just see if impedance admittance of the transmission line is a real quantity means the phase constant it is 0. Okay, irrespective of the thing, we can say that the phase constant is 0. Then the next one, for a lossless line, which of the following is true? So already you know, lossless line means a transmission line with no loss. That is, the attenuation is 0. So for a lossless line, the attenuation constant alpha equal to 0. So the propagation constant, which is indicated by, so eta equal to j beta. Okay, since propagation constant equal to alpha plus j beta, alpha equal to 0. So that's why the propagation constant is reduced to j beta. Okay, it's a very important question in with respect to lossless line. Then the next one, a transmission line with the R equal to G equal to 0 means the characteristics impedance is dash. Okay, so in one transmission line, the resistance value, conductance value 0 means what is the characteristics impedance? So you see, it's a purely reactive, purely resistive, purely inductive, purely capacitive. So it's a purely resistive. So you just see, we have to prove it. So what is the formula for Z0? It's a square root of Z by Y. What is the formula for Z? Z is nothing but series impedance. R plus J omega L. What is Y? Shunt admittance. G plus J omega C. So here in this formula, you just substitute R value, G value is 0. So if you are substituting, we will get square root of J omega L by J omega C. So j omega cancel. So what is the simplified form of Z0? It's a square root of L by C. So L is a real, C is also a real value. So what about the value of Z0? It is purely resistive. It's not reactive, it's a purely resistive. Okay. Then the next thing, find the characteristics impedance expression in terms of inductance and capacitance parameter. So this question is that is the previous question only. So in the previous one, you see we derived Z0 in terms of L and C. Okay, so what is the formula for Z0? It's a square root of L and C. So the characteristics impedance in terms of inductance and capacitance is Z0 equal to L by C. Okay, in which case this is correct if the resistance loss is 0, means for a lossless line, this is the formula for the characteristics impedance. Okay, then the next thing, what is the expression for the phase constant beta? Okay, what is the formula for beta? Beta equal to omega into root of LC. Okay, omega into root LC is a phase constant. Then the next one, for a transmission line, L equal to 1.8 millihenry, C equal to 0.01 picofarad, then the phase constant of the line when operated at a frequency of 1 gigahertz is dash. Okay, so here what are the data given? L given, C given. What is the question? Phase constant beta. So already you know the relation between beta and L and C. What is the formula for beta? So beta equal to omega into square root of LC. So here L given, C given. For omega, frequency is given. F is equal to 1 giga. So omega equal to 2 pi f. Okay, so you substitute f value, L value, C value. We will get the answer is 4.2426. Okay, so these are all the important 2-mark problems. Okay, so these are all the some of the questions from the primary and the secondary constants of transmission line. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel for more videos, and please share this video to your friends also. In the next video, we will discuss about the secondary constant and the remaining thing problems. Okay, so thank you. If we want to learn the signals and system MCQ, then principles of DSP, electronic circuits to circuit analysis MCQ. So already I posted, I created the separate playlist for each subject. So in my channel, you go and search, or I will give a link in the description box. You can refer. Okay, so thank you. We'll meet in the next video.